Hi guys, this is Binyamin Ashraf, founder of Engineers Classroom. So as you can see in my screen, this is mechanical module 3 of BIM technology, in which I will be explaining about the equipment and ducts, installation criteria, and access need duration the duct, and the clearance used for the access and maintenance. Further, you can see the sources, equipments, about the canvas cloth, and the equipment access and maintenance clearance consideration. So here you can see in the screen, it is the AHU having four kind of ducts here. You can see and pipes. It is the pipe connected to the chiller will supply continuously the chilled water through in the coil for the treatment of air. And you can see four type of duct, which is outside air duct. It is it, and the exhaust air duct here. You can see here return air duct and supply air duct. So first of all, the outside air duct will take outside air from this duct and go into the AHU for the treatment, and the exhaust air duct will the exhaust the air from inner of the AHU, and from the supply duct it can supply the air in the required area, which is the room actually, and from the return air duct it will take return from the room air and go into the mixing chamber. Here will be the mixing chamber where return air and fresh air will mix to make the temperature some mild. Okay, so this is four type of duct. It can connected into the AHU. Further, you can see the sources here. Canvas cloth is the between the duct and equipment to reduce the vibration. Here you can see canvas cloths. So it is the use for reduce the vibration of the ducts. Simply isolate the vibration and noises to the source. So main use of canvas cloth here you can see main use to reduce the vibration noise so that duct will not affect. Okay. After that, AHU port dimension can be different than the duct size, which need to be connected by transition. Here you can see transition. AHU port is bigger than the duct, so you can use the transition to make the one mouth according to the duct, and one mouth is obviously according to the AHU connection. Okay, so it is called transition. Here you can see transition in my screen. It is the transition. Further, you can see the plenum box, and plenum box is something which can connect through the ducts and connect through the AHU itself. So the work principle you can see can be connected through plenum if transition or a standard fitting do not accommodate within the available space. Sound attenuator in line of the duct and apply to reduce the noise. Designed of basically what it will do, it will supply the air through AHU to the duct. So it will not directly affect the ducts. So it can break in between, so that first of all, it will go to the plenum box. Then from the plenum box, the required air will transfer through the supply ducts. The main purpose of this plenum box. You can see here the condensate traps base rail. You can see housekeeping pads must be installed in the way so that enough elevation exists to properly design concentrate traps. It is actually for the removal of ducts and plenum box. As concentrate drain outlet is usually at the lowest point in the unit may vary from the raised of the floor. This can be done by means of concentrate housekeeping pads of a structural steel rail and under the unit. So this is the main work function of condensate trap. Here you can see housekeeping pad called concrete pad, plinth and housekeeping pad. So this is actually the housekeeping pad you can see here, used to elevate the equipment and facility anchoring bolt. Typically, it is 4-inch and 6-inch high above the ceiling, above the floor, depend on the size of anchor bolt, and extra vibration control is required to above vibration. So it will control the extra vibration when AHU will run. So this is depend on the requirement if you can use. And you can see here vibration isolator and utility. So this will isolate the object of a piece of equipment from source of vibration. This is actually vibration or isolator utility. You can see here one spring, big spring is consisting. So you to reduce the vibration of from the sources. Further, you can see the connection of FCUs. This is FCU, the smaller unit of source. So here you can see the connection. It contains the plenum box. It contains condensate drain pipe. It contains chiller water supply. It contains chilled water return. It contains the valve clearance and transition obviously, and supply ducts. And return plenum flexible, connected with the flexible canvas. So canvas, I must say that this is the main purpose of canvas, is to reduce the vibration. And the plenum, I have told you the use of plenum. So this is the supply chilled water. So chilled water from the chiller come into this and return through this. This is the clearance valve. Okay, and the main use of the supply duct is to supply the treated air into the required area. This is actually the function of FCUs. Here you can see the source of RTU. So this is RTU. It is actually rooftop unit. It will put on the roof, so that roof curb is here, transition is here, supply duct and flexible canvas obviously here, and the return duct. So it is connecting through the roof. So duct will go down the roof obviously, and from connected to the transition, you can say it is actually the part of the ducts you can see and you can use in the design purpose and the modeling purpose. You can see here the roof curb. It is actually the roof curb. It is a type of off framework that is designed to mount different type of equipment roof such as RTU. The exact design of the curve varies based on the types of construction or equipment it supports. The main function of a roof curve is to mount different type of equipments. It will hold the different type of equipment because of vibration, because to control the vibration it will not affect the floor or ceiling. Further, you can see the access and maintenance. It is the main part while you design any HVAC system to keep air handling unit running at optimum efficiency. Cleaning of heating coil. You should clean the heating and cooling coil obviously, so that it will give the full efficiency. Fixing the leak of cabinet. If the cabinet is leaked, then you must fix it immediately. Cleaning and adjust the damper and actuator. So you can adjust according to your need, and cleaning obviously of the damper and actuators, so that it will be running on the full efficient value. Cleaning and checking fans of proper direction rotation. So always you should check and clean the fans according to the need. It must be on the proper direction and of the rotation. Maintaining proper belt tension and alignment. Replace filter coil damper if it is used to replace. So you must be replaced according to your need. Checking drain points, always checking the related electrical panel. It is the maintenance work actually. It is not the design part. It is maintenance work. So access and maintenance, you can see the access area. Air handling unit require a minimum clearance of 750 mm. You must aware of that. It is having minimum clearance of 2 feet 6 inch all the side leaving filter the coil. So you must have this in while designing. The clearance of coil and filter side should equal to the length of coil, which is 600 mm, which is 2 feet. And the main mechanical equipment room generally have clearance free height or not less than 3.6 meter, which is 12 feet. So it is the actually the access area which you should must remember while designing or modeling. You can see here housekeeping pads shall be at least 150 mm, that is 6 inch wider on all the side of the equipment. That should be 150 mm 6 inch thick. For RTU it should be 40 or 42 inch clearance should be exist of any electrical substance if located in of the roof. If any electrical substance located at the roof, it must be far for 40 or 42 inch. So this is the criteria of designing. You can see I will provide the PDF which is made by me also. You can consider according to your design. And for FCU, the space should be provided for free air circulation, service clearance, piping, electrical connection, and any necessary duct. So we should must give some space for piping of the chiller water, for electrical connection and necessary duct work. So you should aware of that while installation of the FCUs. You can see here we have given some space according to the requirement. It is actually FCU. It is hanged FCU. This is hanged by rod, hanger rod, and this is CD pipe. You can see this is actually the main function of HU, as I have told you in the before video. So a generic cube is provided to access the point which is coil and wall package to avoid other services occupancies. Consider vibration oscillator uh, in FCU hang rod. So it will reduce the vibration while you are connecting through the hanger rod. So in this session you have learned about the sources to the duct connection, about the equipment connection and installation criteria, about the accessories consideration during connection, canvas cloth and sound attenuators, about the equipment access and maintenance clearance. So this is the module 3 of BIM technology. In the further, I will explain about the further module. You can see in the further video. Thank you so much to being here.